The Steel City is ready at Acrisure Stadium here in Pittsburgh. Tonight, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. Let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the past. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. If he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender. You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down. But now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
No help from those last two runs. It is 3rd and 13. This one down the field, but it lined up incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
And I think each of the last two seasons since he's become a full-time starter, Mike, all we've seen Jordan Love do is improve week by week, year by year. And when you talk to his head coach, Matt LaFleur, he's very clear. He said, there is no question in my mind. He can become one of the elite quarterbacks in this league. He just needs to do two things: stay healthy and keep winning.
And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and a couple. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. First down, Packers.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On play action, Love. He'll get that complete to Dontavian Wicks. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Love. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it's going to be 3rd down.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
McManus's kick is good. And the Packers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Here's Williams on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Start this on the ground with Waller, and he'll get about 5.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. And that is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single first down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
Here's Corliss Waitman now. And John's a punt for the 2nd time. in this opening quarter. This brought in out past the 20. Oh, the coverage was great. They gave him no room to operate and made him pay for catching the ball. The Packers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. He's got the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Bolden. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. That's Dobbs open left side. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You know, anytime you're talking about an interior defensive lineman, it's always easy to talk about his size and his strength. But what stands out to me, Mike, is his ability to move his feet, turn those hips, get penetration in the backfield, and take the running back down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This one on target, it's Dobbs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
16 yards.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
At the 27-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open.
And he will get into the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers are out to a 10-0 lead.
Steelers, nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Williams now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense getting set to get back to work. They've had it twice and they've punted twice, still seeking that first down of the game as they begin this third drive. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get to the 37-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Steelers first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Here comes the jet sweep. A short pickup to the 38.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and there's not going to be a lot of game.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. They get 12 yards on that pass. That's a Steeler first down.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Fireman. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
At the 47-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. From the gun, Rodgers. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Quay Walker.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. Go play action with Love.
The pass. He was brought down by Darius Slay. Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Love. The outside. It's brought in by Golden. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good.
That pass play good for 22. Good for a Green Bay first down.
At the 47-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Peyton rotes it that time in on the stop.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
From the gun on third down, it's Luck. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
On fourth down, the Packers turned over to Daniel Whelan to punt. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Jalen Warren was the man he was trying to connect with. It's second down.
Nice play there by the defender, able to get his hand up on that ball and break up the pass. And frankly, if he's able to come down with that catch, he'd be playing offense.
Now a second down throw from Rodgers. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
He'll get this out to the left flat. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 33, here's second down and 5. Rodgers going up top again. And he'll just bite the ball and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Third and short yardage, it's Rodgers. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Here's Corliss Waitman now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Packers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. Love out quickly to Dobbs. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Love. That's caught at Savion Williams. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's Love. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A pickup there of 13. First down, Packers.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Once again, it's Jacobs. They'll take this down to the 47. Jabril Peppers up from the safety spot to bring him down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Love. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. So the two sides going to make that long walk to the other end of the field. It's the Packers on top, and we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
A-Rod out of the gun here on 3rd down. He's got his tight end. That's fire move. And he'll be brought down, but not before they move it up past the 30-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. To the air once more. It's Rodgers. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He finds Austin to the ground, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drop, and it gets his team a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here's the former Memphis Tiger, Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He's got it at the 7, and he'll get this down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal as they convert on 3rd down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
Well, it's clear they didn't have a lot of confidence in their ability to generate enough push inside. That's why they decided to attempt this run on the perimeter. But watch the speed and pursuit of this defense to string this ball out, and they're able to take them down for a loss.
Here's Rodgers. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Yeah, and I think that's a really smart decision. You certainly don't want to take a sack in any goal-to-go situation, or even worse, throw a pick. So understanding he still has 2 more shots at the end zone, I really like that decision.
3rd and goal. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. 3rd and goal for Aaron Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. From the gun, it's Love. That's to the left side and taken in by Golden.
Complete to Matthew Golden. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's Dobbs, open left side. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
9 yards.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
A 2nd down throw for Love. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and to also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
On third down, Rodgers under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Here's their punter now. He's on to punt it for the fourth time tonight. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play. That is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here's a second and 12. Now Love. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That one caught. He finds Golden. A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
And the Packers first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Packers.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Love to throw. Pass caught right side by Krabs. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot And, man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
He's got the first down and more than that. That's a gain of 18 yards.
It's a gain of 18.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. That's how you get yourself out of a 2nd and 20 hole. Big gain there. It'll leave them just shy of the first down.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That's another Packers first down. A gain of a yard. First down, Green Bay.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
36-yard line.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
On play action, Love. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And that is incomplete. Josh Jacobs was the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
I really like the personnel adjustment by the defensive coordinator, Mike. They go dime coverage, so they're going to bring out 6 defensive backs, really play the pass and muddy it up with as many pass defenders as you can. Nowhere to go with the ball, and now we got to see, does the offensive coordinator, when he sees that dime package take the field, what answers does he have? And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. First down for Aaron. That's complete to Metcalf. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
10 yards on the
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Here's Gainwell. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a first down.
A gain of
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Warren. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Packers' 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Fryermuth. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
A run out of the gun with Warren. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down, they need 3. A run with Gainwell. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of a yard. Brings up
2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. 3rd and a yard. Throwing, Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. That one taken in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Steelers are on the board. It's 10-7.
Packers 10, Steelers 7. Chris
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Williams. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Packers offense ready for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. throw is low. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Throwing on second down, Love. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Third and 5. To throw is Love. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
Here's Daniel Whelan now, as he is on to punt for Green Bay. Ooh. And they'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A-Rod down to throw on first down. This one complete to Hayward. And he'll be out of bounds here. That's only a gain of a yard.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Metcalf left side. He's got it. And he will score. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His second touchdown of this first half. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it, and the Steelers are on top. It's 14-10.
14, Packers 10.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Packers offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. From the gun, it's Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
It is 2nd and 6. One final throw before the break. That is into the hands of Wicks. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway.
Chris Boswell.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Packers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
There on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He'll push forward for about a yard. Cole Holcomb in on the tackle.
He's tackled at the 30.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll go with the sneak. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And the Packers first down. A gain of 1 yard.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
In motion goes Dobbs. On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
It's a
gain there of 20. First down, Packers.
There's 2 elements to a successful run play, and the key is having them aligned. The offensive line needs to block according to the play and create space, but the back has to hit that space at the appropriate time. This is a clear example as to why it leads to big gains.
Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Green Bay first down.
10 at the 24-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll run with Emmanuel Wilson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 21-yard line.
Out of the shotgun. It's Bud. He's got it at the 7. And it's going to be first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
That's good for the Packers. First down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground.
That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Dontavian Wicks. Touchdown, Green Bay. Now it's McManus for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Warren. Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
2nd and 11. Play action now with Rodgers. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Quay Walker getting in for the sack. And that's going to lead to 3rd and very long.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. That is brought in. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. Rodgers finding Wilson for a big one. 47 yards.
At the 38-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
On the ground, Gainwell. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
This one, batted away. It's incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. On third down, Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. Give him 14 on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
That's good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
They'll run here with Gainwell. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. First and goal coming up.
That's another Steelers first down.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Boswell now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Steelers move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
Packers 17.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Williams now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. They'll do so with first and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On first and 10, here's Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch-and-catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1 with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
We're trying to run it here with Jacobs. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
On comes the Packers punting team, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. To return is Williams. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the 3rd quarter. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice coverage there defensively. And here you find yourself in a 1-score game, Mike. He understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away. Snap it again.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Rodgers. That's caught by Smith on the right side. They get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
A run up the middle with Warren. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. An injured player on the field, and that is Micah Parsons, who needs some medical attention. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 23, here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. There's that man again, another catch. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he is out of bounds at the first and goal.
First down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal?
Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal. Rodgers. That is caught. And he's in. Pat Fryermuth. Touchdown Steelers. On for the extra point is Boswell. It's up and good. And the Steelers will extend this third quarter lead.
Packers 17.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Williams. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll go play action with Love. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 6. Now Love. Forced out wide. Now he'll run it. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a first down.
Gain of 18. And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 7. Back to throw is Love. Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
when he goes back and watches this film. That's certainly going to be a ball he wishes he could get back. He puts a little too much air on it, and they're able to make a play, and they get themselves off the field.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Here's Rodgers. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
And now, after the pick six, out comes the offense to try to really rub this in. Two-point conversion. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for two is unsuccessful.
Mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Steelers offense ready to see what they can do. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Play action. Rodgers. This one complete to Hayward. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do. And, man, the play action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Now Gainwell. He will pick up a first down up to the 37-yard line.
7-yard gain. And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Steeler first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. The shotgun, it's A-Rod. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, back and forth they go as we are through three. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Steelers getting ready to put this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. That's going to hit and continue out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Here's second and 4 from the 24. From the gun, it's Love. Get this over the middle to Golden. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
13 yards.
That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight. And it gives the team a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
The middle of Jacobs. And he fought through one tackle, stayed on his feet, but they get him down. It's no gain.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. There's Pratt, the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
A gain of 10 yards.
It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Packers.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Once the quarterback gets flushed out of the pocket, Mike, he has to make a split-second decision. Does he remain a passer and give his guys time downfield to work open? Or does he turn into a runner and just try to pick up some positive yards with his legs? I think in this case, the extra time paid off. Remained a passer, found an open target downfield, and he's able to get the ball to him for a nice completion.
And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Love to throw on first and 10. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
And it brings up third down.
To throw is Love. Open man is Heath. He's got it. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 16-yard line.
A good spot here, second and a yard. On play action, Love. Flush to his right. There he goes again.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Packers first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off.
And he's in! Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Big play coming up for the Pack as they're going to go for 2.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll let Jacobs try to run this in. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No 2-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. A-Rod down to throw on first down.
Complete to Calvin Austin. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. The master of play action, Rodgers. He'll step up and run this. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Steelers first down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And a good run there to get him 5 yards.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 5. Once again, it's Warren. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Love. Right side. Catch made by Dobbs. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
That is into the hands of Wicks. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First down. A gain of 14. And a Packer first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. First and 10. Slot man gonna move in motion left. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. That's into the hands of Emmanuel Wilson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Williams on the return. Oh, he's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Steelers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with first and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers.
Rodgers pass. Complete to Calvin Austin. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 4. Now Rodgers. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
Third and short yardage, it's Rodgers. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, out comes the punter. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense and Romeo Doubs heading out for their next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Second and 9 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's second and 9. Putting the tight end in motion. On the bootleg, it's Love. Throw on the run is complete. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Talk about a thing of beauty. Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's one running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it with a big gain downfield. We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Now Love. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Another Packers first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Green Bay.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's Jacobs. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. Talk things over before third down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. One incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is fourth down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. And it's probably a touchdown.
29-yard attempt.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Williams now to return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Steelers offense ready to get back to work. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers. He's got Fireman open on the left side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. Here's first down. 1. Trying to avoid tacklers, and the ball is out.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing you can't have late in the ball game is a turnover. You're already up against the wall. You know you need a late score here to come back from behind. And let's give credit to this defense. They know they were a stop away from victory. And after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. Only one timeout remaining for the defense. They'll run. It's Wilson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. They'll drop to throw. Pass caught right side by Kraft. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23.
First
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.